Hi there, don't worry folks, only water. I was invited by, what's his name, Guide of the Blind, to show him where the Bible is flawed. So I immediately pointed out the Old Testament, some of the more gruesome Old Testament scriptures where the Israelites went in and climbed into the Midianites and murdered all the men, women and children, with the exception of the daughters who had known not to have been with a man. In other words, virgins. The virgins were kept. They were kept as booty. I wonder what they were used for. Maybe they were given nice jobs as cooks. Maybe some of them could have made nice wives. Maybe, you never know, but I think the Israelite soldiers being on the road for many months did other things with them, and I'm sure you will agree with me if you're honest with yourself. Anyway, your brother John, I don't know if you're a brother or a minister or what, I think you consider yourself a minister anyway. Your response to me was, you're an idiot, you're crazy. What are you doing reading the Old Testament? Man, that stuff's old. We don't do that shit no more. We're now into the New Testament. Jono, what a cop-out. You stuck with the Old Testament. Now get used to the idea. Why do I say you stuck with the Old Testament? Because Jesus refers to it so many freaking times. The Bible consists of two books, the New Testament and the Old Testament. You can't just say, right, that's it, we're not doing with it anymore. You're stuck with it, baby. But I'll give you some examples where you have to, because the New Testament refers to the Old Testament. And there is nothing you can do other than going back and changing 5 billion printing books that have been printed on the shelves. And you cannot do that. Christians always claim things were different in the Old Testament. Things changed. But in actual fact, Jesus spoke about Moses and Elijah, whose figures appeared before him on the mountain. Moses and Elijah were two very, very important people. Moses was a guy responsible to get the 10 Commandments, which based the law of most things of the time on. In fact, the very first book of the New Testament, which is Matthew, refers to the genealogy of Jesus all the way back to Abraham. Is that not important? Abraham, yeah. Didn't God make this guy a few promises? Wasn't this the chosen race? Jesus, Abraham, Jesus, Joseph, Jesus, an ex-Midianite. Doesn't that make a bit of difference to you? Think about it. Abraham in the New Testament is referred to 68 times. The Israelites 73 times, Jacob 26 times, Isaac 20 times, Elijah 29 times, Noah 8 times, King David is mentioned according to the text in front of me 58 times. And you think these numbers don't establish an important connection? You just think, well, who cares? How about this? Jesus gives an absolute endorsement of the teaching and laws of Moses, who appears only 80 times. And he wrote, if you believe Moses, you will believe me, for he wrote about me. But since you do not believe what he wrote, how are you going to believe what I say? You can find that in John 45, 5:45 that is. But you can sit there on your honey and categorically state that the New Testament is not linked in the deepest ways to the Old Testament. We come to another scripture of the New Testament. In John 1:1 we read, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And in verse 14 we read, and the Word became flesh and made his dwelling amongst us. This was Jesus, obviously. We are told explicitly here that if and this is open to interpretation, if Jesus is not God, he certainly is right there behind God, and he believes him 100%. So, following that, if you go back to the Old Testament again, every time we hear the word Israelites slaughtering, we can take it out. Instead of Jehovah killing the armies, we can substitute that for Jesus. So Jesus was responsible for the genocide of the Amalekites. It was Jesus who ordered the Israelites to capture and mass rape 32,000 young girls of the Midianite tribe after killing their families. It was Jesus Christ who stopped 50,000 innocent people at Bethshemesh for merely looking at the Ark of the Covenant. And it was Jesus Christ who got everybody drowned in the first chapter of Genesis. Drowned the whole freaking world. Because God made them human, and when they behaved like humans, he killed them. Freaking marvelous. Jono, you can do away with the Old Testament as much as you like. The fact is, you as a Christian are stuck with it. The people you preach to, my man, they got to be blind, gullible, and stupid. You deserve them, and I can understand why you've given yourself the name you have.